It's Thursday. It's Thursday, the 29th of August, 2024. And here we're looking at my flesh and blood. So if you listen to the recent upload, I mentioned a movie from 2019 called Dr. Sleep. So if you've seen that movie, it's a coven. And the head of the coven is always wearing a black top hat. Coincidental? Not at all. Now in that movie, they are searching for a child with the brightest light. That's who you're looking at. Listen to me very carefully. If he was a piece of shit, I'd be the first one to know, and I'd be the first one to tell you, because I will never provide false witness against anybody that I've ever spent time with. So here he is, before he was kidnapped at 5 years old, enjoying our backyard. Our land located at 604 Polyanthus Crescent. So here was my real biological property was kidnapped by persons acting as government child protection. Humiliated, sexually abused, starved, refused water, bullied, ignored, assaulted, refused his inalienable rights. Isolated from myself because Victoria, BC, well, you can read that yourself, acting as, public servants require an 8-year-old. I'll let you read that. So he arrived on Peculiar People Day. January the 10th has been designated Peculiar People Day. Coincidental? Not in my world. In my world, there's no such thing as coincidence. In my world, everything means something. So I'm not doing very well. I suffer from a broken heart. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. I am experiencing a level of grief that can cause incapacitation most of the time. I am surrounded and constantly being forced to deal with the wicked, who are rotten from birth, and they're making me sick. And I've mentioned some of their names, but some of their names I haven't mentioned. So what you need to know is that, there's child trafficking going on across Canada here. Happens every day. And the victims are never compensated, and were never made whole, were never provided access to justice. I can prove that claim to you. I've done it many times before. So this is just more proof of the testimony that I've already provided. This is backup. So what's happened to my family for years, just because of who we are, we're the righteous, we're an honorable house, we are the honorable house of Daly. Countless public servants, federally, provincially, and municipally, have decided to publicly incite and willfully promote hatred against myself and my family. This is all written in scripture. Targeted individuals, gang-stalked people, just because of who we are and where we're from. So, this is from April 2023. Missing. Why are children disappearing from BC's child welfare system? Well, I just explained that to you, didn't I? I just nutshelled for you the issue and the problem and the who and the what and the why. That's what they're doing. They do it daily. So tomorrow, August the 30th, is the International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearances. So all forced adoptions are fraud on the filthy fascist cuckoo crowned kangaroo court. Forced adoption is the hate crime of... I'll let you read that. All forced adoptions are the unforgivable crime of enforced disappearances of biological real property from righteous people, targeted individuals, hated by cursed, crooked crown, arrogant, immoral abominations acting as public service. So their base buddies have perpetual access to fresh supply. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's reality. Let's all move from the fiction into the reality. Enforced disappearances is the abduction of a victim with the acquiescence of the government, followed by refusal to disclose the victim's fate or whereabouts. International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearances on the 30th of August is a day of awareness and commemoration held annually by the United Nations, which, by the way, well, I better not say. I better not say, right? But you all know where I'm going with that, don't you? What this can look like is the arrest of an individual by state actors, or the kidnapping, in my son's case, without a warrant, without rights, charges, or an explanation given. There's a refusal to provide any information whatsoever. Their victim is taken by said actors and never seen again. Now, I have not seen my son since June of 2010. Despite the fact that I have filed notice of civil claim, despite the fact that I have repeatedly, consistently asked for information as to his whereabouts and his return, it's a constant stonewall. Enforced disappearance is a tool. Enforced disappearance is used as a tool of systematic oppression of communities considered as political dissident. Well, isn't that what the peculiar people are? Yeah, we're not associating with the beast, thanks. The beast or the beast employees, the base beast employees, the base beast agents. We know who you are, we know what you are, we know what you do. Thanks. A knock-on effect ripples across relatives since enforced disappearances is frequently enacted as reprisal upon the loved ones of the targeted individuals. Enforced disappearance happens all over the world. Okay, so I didn't write that. Do you understand me? I didn't write that. I found that one day when I was doing some more research, which I'm constantly doing, to try to prove to everybody what it is that's happening to me and my family. But that's exactly what's happened. Right, so I've written something there. I'll let you stop for the video and read that for yourself. But there's a law maxim in it that says, well, I read it the other day. It's first in time. First in time, right? First in time has more power. So in my world, sits right there on the witness box of the whorehouse here. The punishment for kidnapping and selling someone is death. And that's exactly what's going to be happening to every single agent who kidnapped, who forcibly confined, who abused, and who then sold my real biological property. So I was at my home yesterday, dropping off some information for the trespassers, and I did a live Instagram that we're going to watch together. Now, when I watched it back, I noticed that I have been censored. Yeah, Instagram, well, all the social media platforms, the algorithms are set to Antichrist. And what I mean by that is anti-truth, anti-love, anti-living law. All of them are the same. So I was censored. So I had said something yesterday about a criminal organization operating here in British Columbia that has aided and abetted the act of fraud on the court to steal my land, my premises, and then embezzle the entire sum of the sale, including stealing an automobile and selling that and keeping all the money. So I'll let you read this. I'm not going to read it out loud. But let's all be aware that on an airplane, there's a black box. And what color is that black box painted? It's painted orange. And that black box, it collects, well, testimony of carnage and chaos before a crash. I hope you understand what I'm talking. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Oh, look at here. So, David E.B., what did you do with the registered mail package that you received when my home was being stolen by an act of fraud on the court by your buddies there, acting as solicitors for CIBC? And your venture buddies. What did you do with the registered mail package, David? Because I'm going to have you answer that question. Miss Sharma, how many times have you been tagged in an email, on social media posts regarding what's going on here, the level of corruption and violence? How many times? And how many times have you responded? The same amount of time this thing over here, David E.B., has responded, right? Not at all, not ever. You know what that's called? Where I come from, that's called career suicide. So I use very specific words, very specific wording. Now, you may have heard me use a succession of words. Sociopathic, secular shit stains. Now, let's take a look. Well, I'll let you take a look at all the words that mean sociopath. Villainous, evil, or unscrupulous person. Now, I've got a finger pointing to a very specific couple of words here. And you see that there? Remember what I told you? I just said it. Secular. Yeah. Sociopathic, secular shit stains. Take a look. Take a look at what all those words, these words all mean the same thing as secular. Now, I've got some very specific ones pointed out here because where I come from, humans are not men and women. Humans are legally defined as, well, male monsters and female freaks. I've been dealing with them my whole life, and they've been making me sick my whole life. Humans, right there. Physical, right, of this world. We're the peculiar people. We're not from this world. Jesus explained that when he was here 2,000 years ago, and now science has caught up with what he's saying. Rh negative blood. Shit stain, shite stain. Right. Why do I talk like this? Why do I use these specific words? Because I'm I use these words for a specific reason. So what does it say there? A stupid or contemptible person, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. Now let's go over here. I have something set up here. So this is the transcript. It's a very short transcript from an upload that I found about why Rh negative blooded people are targeted. So I'm going to read it instead of us listening to the video, which I have on my community page. My community page on YouTube has got some very interesting, enlightening uploads if you're looking for the truth. And the reason why my channel is called More Precious Than Gold, you don't actually believe that I'm talking about myself, do you? Oh my gosh. Heavens no. What's more precious than gold is the truth. Because it's the truth that sets you free. That's the only thing that's going to set you free is the truth. And the truth is more precious than gold. That's who sent me here. Yeah, I know that sounds nuts. I really don't fucking care anymore. I'm so fucking tired. I'm just so tired of everything. I just want to go home. And where is my son? And where is my automobile? And where's most of the personal chattel that you fucking puke stole? So they are selected for many different reasons. Often it's because they are isolated. They don't have a lot of money, friends, or family. And they also tend to be people that are highly, highly intelligent. Ooh, uh-oh. They also tend to target people who are into what I would call alternative research, commonly maybe called conspiracy. Variously, people that disagree with the beast, people that are into researching things like, well, psyops, right? But once these people are selected, these criminal organizations, the arrogant and moral abomination agents, well, they career sabotage program. They have these set up. They've done it to me before. Yeah, it was happening to me when I had a business in Esquimalt. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that now. I need to be quick here because I got some stuff I got to do. They run against them to ruin their jobs. They have character assassination campaigns. Well, right, so I'm accused of being such a piece of shite that I can't even be a parent to my own child. Well, yeah, that was the claim. That was the fucking claim to fame of why he never came home. Well, you're just fucking absolutely not good enough to rear, raise, and nurture your own branch. It's just an out-and-out fucking lie. Out-and-out lie. Well, they run them against them in their neighborhoods. They'll be isolated from family and friends as those individuals are turned against them, and they will be isolated slowly over time. Oftentimes, they end up going into psychiatrists and false diagnoses of schizophrenia, manic depression, delusional paranoids, whatever else. So that's why my son's gone. Exactly what this just explained here. And I can't have anything to do with those who would refer to themselves as AKA family because, well, we have nothing in common. Like, there can't be a meeting of the minds between myself and those individuals because those individuals are religious individuals. And I'm not religious, I'm righteous. Righteous men and women hate falsehood in all its forms and all its fashions. And that's religion. I don't care what it's called. It's a lie. Well, it's the wide road that leads to destruction, and I'm not traveling that road. I'm traveling a different road. So that was the other thing when they kidnapped my son. I'm being falsely accused of multiple personality disorder. So there's all these lies going on about me that, anyway, I haven't gone into it yet. I will. I'll go into just them absolutely, well, it's character assassination, right? None of it's true. I've been hearing this shit about myself my whole life. It's never been true. It's never going to be true. And I don't go to sorcerers doing business as psychiatrists, thanks. No thanks, I'm good. Okay, so it turns out that it's a loophole in the wall law that they are using to take away people's constitutional rights, as once you are deemed mentally unfit to care for yourself, you're depressed, you're delusional, you're paranoid, they use that, the states or the federal government uses that as an excuse to come in and say that they have to care for you. So I would warn all targeted individuals out there, please do not go to psychiatrists and allow them to render a diagnosis against you, because that's a dirty trick they're using to take away the rights of people all over each country. Each individual fits the general profile that I'm describing. So they're highly intelligent. They are able to be isolated by whatever means they normally would have some sort of, so these transcripts, right, so whoever's speaking, sometimes the transcript can't pick up exactly what's being said. So I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to show you the video that I've got uploaded to my community page. So if you want to go in and listen here, because I can see as I'm reading this that it's not making a lot of sense, but basically you could just get the idea of what's happening. But this is happening to me, and it's also happening to my son if he's still with us. So I wouldn't go. Right? When they kidnapped my son, they told me if I didn't admit to abusing him, he would never come home. Well, I'm not going to admit something that isn't true. The other thing was, as it went through the years of satanic ritual abuse of both myself and my child, I saw one bencher who claimed that because I wouldn't go to their sorcerer, educated as a psychiatrist, that they're going to pay, which you can't go. Like, that's a conflict of interest, because they pay this thing to say whatever they want it to say. Well, I wasn't going to do that either, because there's not a fucking thing wrong with me, and there never has been, and there never will be. But I keep hearing that. They aren't, part of the crowd, so to speak, in a way that they think they're outsiders. They're what the government would call dissidents or revolutionaries, or people that may be a problem. Some TIs have said that this kind of the profile that utilizes fits an empowered individual's general profile that I'm describing. The targeted program is something that is generally high up within the program. Government level, highest levels of the social engineering program. Well, we don't fit in. We don't fit in anywhere. I never have fit in anywhere. And I'm not going to join in with a fucking coven that's basement, low life. Like, the wicked don't have any understanding. So how am I going to have a meeting of the minds with one of the wicked? Well, it's not going to happen. It's never happened before. It's not going to happen later. They're looking at someone's genetics. They're looking at someone's cognitive abilities. They're looking at someone's genes. They're looking at someone's DNA. They're looking at people's social situation. They're looking at people's career. Yeah, I think it just shows how not only out of control this program is, but how completely unchecked the research and development aspect of our national security structure has become. They are completely immune to any oversight, to any consequences, to anything they're doing. And I just could not believe that this research and development part of this program was so advanced and was so widespread, and it was so out in the open, as here as well as there are some other cities it seems to be adjacent to military bases. I've heard this from a lot of people, and I've noticed it as well. If you have a massive Air Force base near you, maybe as well as the coast. Well, I'm on the coast. In 1995, I ended up here in Victoria, British Columbia, one of the darkest, dankest environments in the world. So it was the season of the witch in Victoria. You can go Google search that if you want. Don't believe what I tell you. Research what I say to you. So you know what I mean? Like, gang stalking. This is what's happening. This explains this whole situation. So the worst part about my life is it's like a paradox. Like, I want to remain anonymous, but I'm in a situation where I can't remain anonymous because there's an active agenda to end my life with nothing but abuse and fraud and violence and theft and destruction and chaos and carnage. That's what they bring into my life, these cursed creatures. All right, these chimeras, they're humans. A human's a chimera. Yeah, it's part demon and it's part monkey. Yeah, they run the show, by the way. So they just keep talking about targeted individuals. So I'll let you read that. Let's see here. They're being followed because it has the maximum psychological impact, while at the same time they need to do it in a way that your neighbors and your friends and their coworkers and your family do not know that they're doing this to you, because the entire point of the program is to convince everybody else that the TI is crazy. Well, yeah, that's right. So when you're a truth talker and you're being attacked by the wicked, that's their accusation. That's their claim to fame every single time they're destroying your life, is that, oh, you're crazy. They gaslight you. That what they're doing to you, they're not doing to you. So let's see here. Place in their life where they're isolated, they're broke, they're unemployed, they have no family, they have no friends, targeted individuals all over, suffering every single day, crying out for help, curled up in a ball in the corner in their bedroom, horrible physical pain, horrible emotional pain, and nobody will help. Everybody calls us crazy. Everybody says, there's something wrong with them. Their friends, their family, abandoned under relationships with their significant other, or ruined their kids, are taken away from them. I've been explaining this for years. I've been saying this for years, that this is what's happening to me. So this is my community page, and this is what I just read. This is the transcript from what I just read. It's 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Why RH negative people are tracked and targeted. Because you have to understand that I need to figure out why this is happening to me, because I'm trying not to lose it. And I'm an INFJ personality type, so I'm going to get to the why. So here I am, let's see, last night at my house. Now, I was censored. So this is going to cut out. And I'm hoping that it kicks back in, because it's not very long. It's about 8 minutes, and we're going to watch it together. I'm going to watch it with you. Make sure my volume is all the way up here. because I was at my house last night. I was giving directions. And so I've got a few things to say to a few specific individuals here in the community who are aiding and abetting all this violence and this hate and this fraud. So if it kicks out and it doesn't kick back in, I'm so sorry. Now, it was kicking back in when I watched it a while ago, so I'm hoping that that's what happens this time. So let's go here. It's Wednesday, August the 28th. It's probably a little after 7 o'clock. And I'm sitting outside my stolen land and premises. So I've got a notice here. So I'm going to flip this around and we're going to read it together. So what does this say here? It says, Benji Howe and Sandy Dennis and trespassers of stolen land and premises. Enter into a search engine, short links below, hit enter to discover your future in jail. For trespassers, 6 months imprisonment for each person using my security. Howe and Dennis, legal punishment prescribed for your malicious mischief, life imprisonment. Exactly what you deserve. So tomorrow night, about 7 o'clock, you two sociopathic, secular shit stains, Howe and Dennis, will hand over the keys to the trustee, the owner. Yeah, that's the woman that keeps letting you know that you're in possession of property obtained by crime. You and that gross Greer, the jerk-off Jacks, and that cursed Kirsten, meathead Martin, and that demon David the evildoer Eby, and that nasty Nikki, sociopath Sharma, and the rest of you fucking shit stains here in the District of Saanich, or those of you who are doing business as that person. So if you trespassers are present, you need to get the fuck out of my house tomorrow night at that time. You can only return by appointment, and you can only remove your shit under my supervision. So if you choose not to cooperate tomorrow night, on Friday, I'm going to have the locks changed on the house. And you trespassers, you can't take your shit with you then, because you wouldn't cooperate, just like these fucking disrespectful idiots, Howe and Dennis. Right, everybody got a good look at this? So I'm going to go now and post these on the house. I've got red tape here. I've got another one here, because you know you've got fucktards in the basement, and you've got fucking some skanks upstairs here. You need to see copies of your leases. How much are Sandy Dennis and Benji Howe making renting out my stolen property? It's fucking disgusting. But hey, that's what happens when you're dealing with the dead. That's what happens when you're dealing with the dead. And that's who I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with the fucking dead. And they make me fucking sick. Sick to my stomach all the fucking time. So did you see me go over to the District of Saanich a little while ago in here and ask for some financial support so I could have my little girl here serviced and secured? Yeah, I got a big fat fuck you. And who made that executive decision? Was that you, fucking Demon Dean, the fucking meathead Murdoch? So apparently you identify yourself as a politician. Well, where I come from, that means you're a fucking parasite. And isn't that what you are? At the end of the day, a fucking parasite. You parasites are all the same. You got no talent at all. Okay? So you should have already been security cameras in use. Well, I certainly fucking hope so. I certainly hope that you see me dropping off these fucking notifications to you fucking shitheads. Security cameras. You got security cameras on my house? Hey, you two fucking beasts. Babylonian beasts of fucking pure bullshit. Oh, let's see, the blue light comes on here. Let's turn around and let's see here. See, there's a security camera right there on my house. Yeah, they've got a security camera on my house. Fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. So, all you fucking shit stains, are you all above the law? Because I need that question answered. You don't live in reality, do you? No, you don't live in reality. You don't get to use property obtained by crime. Mortgage fraud, fucking huge fucking time in jail for that. And then we've got mischief, right? Causing danger in my life by continuing to use my property. Because who the fuck do you think you are? Because I know who you are. Oh, fucking, you better fucking believe I know who the fuck you are. I know exactly what the fuck you all are. Did we already go over it? Sociopathic fucking secular shit stains. No hope, no future. How many times do I gotta tell you the same fucking thing? You can't keep using my stolen property. And how about you there, Mike Duquette and fucking Jeff Bevington? We're guilty of mischief. Punishment for mischief is imprisonment for life. So you're just a couple more fucking shit stains too on the district here of Saanich. Shit stains everywhere. You know shit's a contaminant, eh? Did you know that? That shit has to be fucking rubbed out and washed out. Did you know that? That's why I'm sent down from above, to make sure you fucking shit stains understand your fucking future. How about you, David Eby? How about you, Lana Popham? Let's see, what are the fucking club colors for...
So before this was kicking back in and it was continuing, and now what I've got going on is just spin here. So let's see if I can move this forward a tiny bit.
Oh, I won't be long here. No, I've got something else to go do now. I just wanted to make sure that I can make another video later, because we're documenting all the shit that's going on in my life. What do they call this? Genocide? Yeah, apparently that's a crime in Canada. This is the... Nadine Duffy. Yeah, you working on your pension, are ya? Are ya? Oh, fuck. You're fucking, I'm telling you, you're fucking like beyond fucking abominations. You're arrogant fucking immoral abominations. What's your fruit? You are what you do. What do you represent? You are what you represent. You know, the beast has got tentacles. You've got a federal tentacle, you've got a provincial tentacle, and then you've got a municipal tentacle. Toxic tentacles. Looking to murder, steal, and destroy. Because it's a fucking satanic cult. Has nothing to do with the living law. They're always on...
Can you imagine being censored like this because you're speaking the truth? It's very difficult to move this forward without losing a whole pile of it.
George Chow. What the fuck do you do all day? Seriously. What does the mindless monkey do all day but just spin fucking profane puke propaganda everywhere you are and everywhere you go? Well, this isn't a It's Wednesday.
Okay, so we got a hold of that. Now, I went to the district of Saanich repeatedly. Yeah, I walked over there, and that's what some of these are about, some of these lives that I did. So, let me explain something to you. Del Manick, Dean Duthie, Dean Murdoch, and David Eby and Nikki Sharma. Tonight at 7 o'clock, if I don't have peaceful, respectful cooperation, if those keys are not handed to me, if those trespassers do not leave peacefully and respectfully, well, I'm going to be doing a live tonight when I'm there at 7 o'clock. And you can be guaranteed that every single neighbor within earshot is going to come outside, because they're going to be wondering what all the fuss is about. Oh, I'm going to make a fucking fuss like you've never seen a woman make a fuss before. And that's not my character. Not at all. But you have pushed me to a level of fucking rage. That is your fault. This is on you. How many fucking times do I need to tell you to get the fuck out of my house and get the fuck off my land? It's over. You're done. This is done. The trespassers are leaving. I'm getting the keys, and if I don't have the keys tonight at 7 o'clock, tomorrow I'm back at my property. Dean Duthie, I will personally call you tomorrow and provide you one more opportunity to have a car and a couple of your goons over there when the locksmith is there to change the locks on the house. Now, if you refuse tomorrow, you will be forced to resign because you will have once again made the choice to commit career suicide. You're going to have to resign because you've proven yourself to be of, well, what kind of character do you have? You produce the character of the cursed, of the chaotic. I've explained this to you a million different times in a million different forms and fashions, okay? This is done. This is over. I'm going home. You need to work with the BC sheriffs out of 850 Burdett Avenue, Dean Duthie, Dal Manick, and have that automobile that was stolen, you have to have it returned. And where is my son? My son that I haven't seen since 2010 when he was 6 years old, sold at 8? Where is my child? Where is my son? I need every single document provided to me at the registry down here at 850 Burdett Avenue. The Victoria Registry is going to hand me over every single document pertaining to that act of fraud on the court. And if you still have the hearing recordings, I need those too, because the Victoria Registry is under civil and criminal forensic investigation for aiding and abetting, well, the public incitement and willful promotion of hatred towards myself and my family, the Honorable House of Daly.